Jai Hind everyone. Today we are going to discuss return on investment of digital strategies. As we know, ROI means return of investment, right? So we already know the return of investment metrics for the traditional marketing strategies, but for digital strategies we can study return on investment metrics. And what about return on investment metrics of digital strategies, how it can be measured, how marketing efforts can be measured in the form of ROI metrics, and all about the ROI for digital strategies, right? So as we talk about the digital marketing, so it is not the magic bullet of the marketing. It should be regularly monitored, measured, and constantly tweaked, right? So, if we are doing digital marketing for our company, for our product, we need to measure and monitor each and every marketing effort regularly. So, one of the best way to measure the effectiveness of these efforts is through calculating its return on investment, that is known as ROI. As these marketing strategies involve lots of cost, so its ROI is need to be measured, and every time if we may provide some improvement in these ROI metrics, it will be very good for the digital marketing strategies, right? So how to measure the digital strategies? Why we measure the digital strategy? So first of all, we understand why we measure the digital strategies. As we are doing digital marketing for the digital platform, for selling our product on digital platform, to acquire the customer on digital platform, through digital platform, as the invention of computer and the WWW has given marketers new frontiers to reach customers online. So this is good. In today's scenario, nobody is having such time so that they can go in market and buy some product. What we want, if I want to get some item very quickly, I will blink it, right? If I want to purchase some electronic item, we use digital platform. If we want to purchase some clothes, some food items, we used to do on digital platforms, right? So nowadays it is we are habitual for digital purchasing, right? So when we are doing when day by day we can see that there are multiple customers coming on the digital platforms, we are used to purchase on digital platform because we all are having smartphones, we all are having tablets, laptops. So the digital marketing has become a valuable and important part of every business marketing plan, right? As we are working somewhere on the laptop, we can see some ads come at the right side or left side of our, so we attract towards them, and sometimes we click on that. So these digital marketing person will succeed. They get the success as they are having a lead for the potential customer. Once we are seeing that ad on our laptop, we may be the customer of them. So in the traditional marketing, if we talk about the traditional marketing, return on investment was only measured by the increase of revenue and sales a particular marketing piece, campaign or strategy generated. But the companies didn't bother creating a system to analyze the progress and result of their marketing efforts, right? But when we talk about the digital strategies or digital platform, digital marketing, we always bother to analyze the progress and the result outcome of the digital effort. It means if we are placing ad on different channel, how many customers we will acquire, how many lead we will acquire in a day, in a month, in a year, we can analyze each and everything, right? So the basic, if we talk about the basic ROI calculation, return on investment calculation, so it is what? The net profit divided by total cost multiplied by 100, as we know. So the return on investment simply compares the profit that resulted from a digital marketing campaign to how much the campaign cost to create and deploy. Now, the the return on investment calculation would mean how much you do not have any objective or goals, have inaccurate number and data in your calculation. It means if your objective and goals are not clear, what you can get? You can get the inaccurate numbers or data. So, it will not measure KPIs effectively. Wrong calculation will be done. You will be uncertain what you are measuring. So, first of all, when we are working to calculate return on investment through any of the metrics, our KPI should be clear so that we can get the accurate data, we can get the accurate analysis. KPI is nothing but the key performance indicators. So, we can have some guidelines on the key performance indicators. Right. So, calculating a campaign ROI, we need to understand first what is our objective, as the same company, different company for the same product domain may have the different objectives. So, first of all, a company need to clear about its objective, where that particular company, where that particular campaign is unique. So, you need to make that unique marketing objective before you deploy and measure your campaigns and strategies. Not every in your digital marketing campaign will have results that directly show ROI. For instance, we can see that lead generation and clicks can be counted, right? But they have no monetary benefit that would illustrate ROI. If you measure everything in terms of revenue, you will miss the true effectiveness of your marketing effort. So, it will not be useful properly, right? The second thing what we need to consider is identify key performance indicators. So, we need to identify our key performance indicators properly. Your business is unique and different from even your competitors in your market and location. So, your KPI must reflect this. If you try to use the KPIs of other organizations, what will happen? You will end up with the data that will not be useful for you. So, we will understand what will be the common API which we need to consider for our business. Let's suppose here some of the KPIs. First, unique monthly visitor, cost per lead. There are many KPIs. So, we need to find out which one is best for our organization, right? As we talk about the cost per lead, it means what? This matrix is automatically calculated in Google Ads, or formerly known as Google AdWords, and it shows how much it costs to get each lead. Or we can know about the potential customers, not paid customer. When we talk about the cost per lead, it is average cost per lead, average cost to get the potential customer. The third one, cost per acquisition. This matrix gives us average cost to acquire customers, average cost to acquire per customer for which you are looking. It is calculated by dividing your total marketing spend by the number of acquired customers, right? So, what is the difference between these two metrics? What is the difference between these two KPIs? Here we are calculating, actually it is automatically calculated that the cost of average cost to get each lead. It means we are getting potential customer, not paid one. They have not purchased our product, but they have shown the interest, right? And when we are talking about cost per acquisition, it means what? The average cost to get, or average cost per acquired customers. It means they are paid customers. They have placed order at our business for our products, right? So we need to understand each and every metrics very well. So these are some of the common APIs. Next one is the return on ad spend. This matrix, this KPI looks at the profit made through an ad and the total cost spent on creating the ad. It is calculated by revenue by total ad spend multiplied by 100. The next one is average order value. Average order value is very good API for the like Mantra, AGO. Such apps may have this API. Like let's suppose I am a customer of Mantra and I'm purchasing product from there. They are having some customer grades like insiders, icon. I don't remember properly, but some insider and icon customers are there. So they need to give some additional benefit to their priority customers like icons. They want to give some extra 20% off on some products, right? So the average value, order value may require there, right? So the customer lifetime value, it is an important matrix for this e-commerce site. There are many more. Lead to close ratio, branded search lift, right? If want to know the targeted customer for a particular brand, so such type of metrics, such type of KPIs will be great. So this metric will increase over time as your brand becomes more established and recognizable, right? So this API looks at how many people searched specifically for your brand, right? Like if I am interested in buying a W product, W is a brand, right? W is a cloth brand for the woman, W for woman, right? So if I am purchasing that W brand again and again, right? So the company may know about that, right? So brand search lift. So every company may check how they are becoming brand. How many people are searched specifically for that particular W brand. So this matrix increase over time as your brand become more established and recognizable. So branded search lift is a great matrix to use when measuring the increase of awareness of your brand, right? I don't remember that Avimi is the hair solutions, hair fall solution, that Nanadi's oil and all. So I don't remember that name, and once I search for that particular product, so I write on the Amazon Nana G's oil, right? So that Avimi product, I will be able to see the Avimi product, right? So that is created, that brand is created. That's why we are able to see that. Without knowing the name of that particular brand, I was able to search those product, right? So the next KPIs are average position, non-brand CTRs, right? So these are some of the KPIs. We can have some more also according to our brand, our product, our domain, our products domain, right? Before anything, before applying these KPI, before measuring these KPI, we need to collect data, and that data collection method should be very clean. So in order to measure your KPIs, your data collection system and method should be able to collect data cleanly. If data is not collected properly, cleanly means the data which is for which we are interested, that is for our purpose, right? So that clean data is collected, that accurate data is collected, then only our KPI results will be measurable. So incorrect KPIs will not be useful in assessing how effective your digital marketing effort were in finding, attracting and converting online customers, right? So before that you need to collect data, we need to ensure how to identify the KPIs you want to track, assess and get data on, right? So the KPIs, first of all, you will identify what KPI you are using, and for those KPI you will collect the data, but the data collection should be very clean, right? So that your KPI should be measured properly. If you are measuring your KPI on incorrect data, that is having very wrong informations, then that will not be workable for you, and those KPI will not be measured effectively. The next point, gain an understanding of how those KPIs fit into the bigger picture. The goal of marketing is to increase sales, which are often represented by revenue and ROI. When you focus entirely on ROI, you only see a little bit of a bigger digital marketing picture. Your KPIs plays important roles, but while many have no direct correlation to increase ROI, there is often a pattern between the two. So we need to be careful that, right? Now, what we are measuring through those KPIs to measure the return on investment. Okay. If you are placing something on the digital media, if you are placing some viral post or viral content on your digital media, what you will see, your revenue will be increasing exponentially, because that viral content will pop up your revenue, will increase your revenue and sale through that brand recognition and authorities. You will likely see an increased ROI because of better website traffic. Everyone will see your those viral content. So your website will be famous within a limited time frame, and improved session duration numbers and that are achieved through optimizing your website content, right? So if you are able to engage customers online, you are able to visible online, you are able to acquire customers online, right? Then through your KPIs, so you will be able to acquire good information, and this in turn will result in greater revenue of your organization and a better ROI of your digital marketing effort. Now, we may talk about how to select the KPIs and ROI metrics. Like if we are talking about e-commerce. So if we are talking about the e-commerce, what can be the KPI metrics? Here are some examples. What can be the KPI metrics if we are talking about the e-commerce? So the website traffic, amount of social media engagement, newsletters, subscribers and cart items. These may be the effective KPI metrics if we are talking about e-commerce website, right? If we are talking about e-commerce website, some of the ROI metrics, what those? Sales, revenue, transaction volume, average conversion rate, revenue, transaction, day of transactions, sessions to transactions, average order price and average sales per price. So these may be effective return on investment metrics. Now, if we are talking about lead generation, so some of the KPI metrics may be amount of traffic to website, form conversion and completions, webinar and event attendance, the number of demos confirmed, right? So these may be effective KPIs. If we are throwing some webinar and we can see attendance is very high in that webinar, so we can keep it as KPI metrics for the lead generation, right? Similarly, return on investment metrics for lead generation may be lead volume, cost per lead, lead conversion rate, lead quality and close rate. So these may be the effective lead generation ROI metrics. If we are talking about the content, so for that KPI metrics are traffic to website, click through rate, average session duration. If one person, let's suppose I'm using some platform, so average session duration of, like, I'm logging to Mantra and then I start searching some product. So if I'm searching for half an hour or an hour or 2 hour, whatever the time duration of my that session, can be a good KPI matrix for that particular platform content, right? As I can take an example, if I'm purchasing something from that what is the site, Amazon, right? So same product, when I want to look for the product, how it is looking, I used to search on Mantra, because Mantra is having good pictures, good picture quality, whereas Amazon is not having. Though Amazon is giving us less price sometime. So I purchase through Amazon because I am a customer, I want my benefit. So sometime I purchase from that Amazon, but I search on Mantra because that is having good quality pictures, good filters. So that easiness to search an item is provided by Mantra. That is good, but not good as on Amazon, right? So okay, so such type of KPI metrics can be used. If we talk about the ROI metrics for the content, subscribers to email list, online newsletters, downloads and subscription length, and article shares, these may be the effective ROI metrics if we are talking about the content, right? So the to know about the cost effectiveness of your digital marketing campaign, you all need to do is to calculate either the CPM or CPC. Now, what is mean by CPM? CPM means cost per mile. Cost per mile denotes the amount of money per 1000 impressions, whereas an impression is what we call the displayed advertisement on one's online screen, right? So as the digital marketer, if you want to figure out how much your campaign is effective in terms of its cost, then CPM is what that can assist you in knowing so. So this is the calculation of the CPM. So CPM formula, what is that? CPM is equal to 100 multiplied by cost slash impression. So this is the formula of the CPM that we use to calculate the cost per 1000 impressions. So how we can calculate? We can have one example. If the cost of your digital marketing campaign is, let's suppose 1 lakh rupees, if we talk about, instead of dollar, if we talk about rupees, so if it is 1 lakh rupees and the number of impression is 2000, so how we can calculate the cost? We can take some little 1000 rupees. So if we talk about 10,000, so that is, this will be the cost CPM. If we are taking the cost of your digital marketing campaign is 10,000, right? Okay, so some more cost parameters to calculate the ROI. Some formulas like CPL. CPL is nothing but the cost per lead. So total ad spent divided by total attributed leads. If you find that the cost of each lead is more than what you can produce when closing these leads, then you are not getting a positive return on investment. So such things we need to careful, right? Here again I'm revising it. Lead means potential customer, not actual paid customer. So the next is the lead close rate. it is measured against the lead you have generated. Need to have a close look watch on the same. If you find that new campaign are closing lead at a lower than average rate, it may be time to make some adjustment. This will help you understand how profitable each of your marketing campaigning, etc. Next is cost per acquisition. So the formula is total ad spend, total attributed conversions. It means what? Cost per acquisition, cost per action. It means our sales, our potential, no potential customer, paid customers, right? So that is what the sale, right? So if you are spending more to acquire a customer, then they actually bring into your company, you have a negative return on investment, right? So by calculating these metrics, we need to know how much we can spend to acquire a customer, right? So such metrics are very helpful to know about the effort, how much effort we need to make to acquire the customers, how much cost a company can bear to acquire a customer, right? Let's suppose if we are potential customer for buying some clothes. So in that case, company can give some offs or some, what we say, some discounts, but the limited discount can be given, right? So the next is average order value. To calculate average order value, we will divide the total revenue by the number of orders. While every business want to see the number of orders increases over time, it is also valuable to pay attention to the average value of each order, right? And next is the pay per click. That is very, very important. ROI matrix, total ad spend, total measured click. Let's suppose I'm working on laptop, right? So if I'm watching some good video on education, but suddenly some advertisement pop up. So if that is interesting, I will click on that, right? If I will click on that advertisement and I watch that advertisement, after clicking on that, then the advertisement will be paid. Some payment will be made to who have pasted that advertisement on that platform, right? So this is that matrix. Cost per view. So this is one another matrix, cost per view. Total ad spend divided by total measured view. If I'm clicking on that, if I'm not viewing that properly. So if we talk about that YouTube video, if we click on that, if we are not watching that for 2-3 seconds, then view will not be generated. When view will be generated, if I'm watching that video till end, then only the views will be generated, right? So such metrics will measure the effectiveness. Return on ad spend. It calculates how much money you will get back from your advertising per dollar or per rupees, depending on the country on which you are using. So you directly spend on that. So ROAS as the amount gained from ad divided by amount spent on ad multiplied by 100, that is the percentage. So there are many more metrics. So this lecture was dedicated towards the return on investment metrics, how to select the return on investment metrics to measure the digital marketing efforts for your company. So first of all, you need to, this is the recap of your lecture, in which in this lecture what we have studied KPIs, how we need to formulate the KPIs and how we need to formulate the ROI metrics. KPI metrics, ROI metrics are very, very important for measure the marketing efforts. right? If our KPI metrics are proper formulated, then only the ROI metrics will work efficiently. Then ROI metrics will be able to measure the effect or digital marketing strategy effect properly. So in the next lecture, we will take something else for the marketing. Thank you so much.